So I think a few years later, around 2019, 2020 is when T-Rail came to town, and then I took that opportunity. I was one of the first ones that stepped up and said, "Shit, I'm gonna hop in the studio with T-Rail." Before everybody was even really paying attention or thinking that was a big deal, I knew it was a big deal because I was keeping up with T-Rail since he was first coming up, and I'm not sure if I told that story on the last interview or not, but I remember when T Rail was first coming up like 5 6 years ago. An article came out and I read the article, and he was in the article he was explaining how he lost his homie, and he had a hit song after that, My Dog, and it was just everything was just life changing, and everything just happened so quick for him. And I remember thinking, damn, I don't really think I ever heard anybody ever coming out of Kansas, like that. Besides probably Tech Nine, I really never even heard nobody really coming out of Kansas. So I remember thinking, shit, T-Rail gonna be the king of Kansas, easy. And that was the 2016, 2017, when I was first wanting to take this shit seriously. I was, researching and, seeing what all these other artists, big artists were doing, and T-Rail was one of them. So when I saw him come to town, and I think it was 2019 or 2020, I can't remember. When I saw him come to town, I knew that was a big deal. So I took advantage of it, and ever since, my music career been different ever since. It's been life changing. T-Rail changed my life with that cosign. I got in the studio with him, and um, that was the start of us planning Get Used to Me. We got the beat and everything, and he was actually making his own, starting his own album, making his own few songs for the album or whatever. And one of them was Fly Away, Future and Jackboy, T-Rail and Jackboy. My girlfriend got to name that song because my girlfriend was there with me in the studio. We was all sitting around in the studio, T-Rail and his entourage, and he was like, "What should I name the song?" And everybody was kind of quiet. My girlfriend was like, "Fly Away," and he was like, "All right, that's cool, that's cool. I like that name." And shit, that song got like 1 million views now. So shit, my girl got to name that song. So it's just right. It was a big deal. It was fun. And then shit, after that, like I said, T-Rail invited me to come party with him and club hop with him and get in the studio with him and Boozy. So everything's been up since then. So I feel like it's overnight success, but there was a lot of there was a lot of grit and grind behind that overnight success. So